Buckeye Nation, what's poppin'? Crazy Dog coming at you on the Buckin' Crazy YouTube channel with an absolute banger on this National Signing Day Eve, as tomorrow we put pen to paper and the class of 2025 becomes official. Can't freaking wait. And there's still some decisions to be made. As you see the players on your screen, over here we got Turbo Rogers, and over here we got Naeem Offord. As of a few hours ago, it sounded a lot like Turbo was going to be a Buckeye, and unfortunately, Naeem might be gone. Yeah. Of course, that's not the biggest part of this video, as the latest college football playoff rankings and bracket were revealed. And we gotta look through it and see what they got, see who moved up and who moved down in the rankings. And of course, we gotta see what that bracket looks like, though. So, before I get into the rankings, we gotta talk about National Signing Day, right? The most lit day on the recruiting calendar, right? The culmination of all the hard work. The players signing on the dotted line and officially becoming a member of the recruiting class. Like, no more flipping, no more verbal. This is legit, because after this, it's time to get ready to, into college, because some of these kids will be enrolling early. I can't remember who exactly will be enrolling early for the Buckeyes, but there's going to be quite a few, right? Now, you do have another signing day in February, but I think the majority of the noise would be tomorrow. Yeah. So, looking at the Buckeyes, I got the page pulled up right here. I'm not going to put it on screen, but over the last few hours on On3, there's been a lot of predictions posted for the Buckeyes, mainly for one player, and that is edge rusher Epi Satanale, who is currently committed to UCLA, and he's one of the top edge rushers in California. He was in town, I believe, for the game, and seemed like he enjoyed his visit, and it sounds like the Buckeyes have a legit shot to flip him. And then we had Anthony Rogers get another prediction from Mick Walker. Aiden West got a prediction from Alex Gleitman. But man, the one that had the most noise was Epi. Because starting off at 12:23, you had a Fong bomb, followed by a Chad Simmons putting his prediction for a flip to Ohio State for Epi. And then Mick Walker put in two predictions for Epi and then Anthony Rogers. And then Alex Gleitman, another writer for Ohio State in the forums. Like, he's one of the main guys. He's essentially a beat writer for Ohio State. He put in a prediction for Aiden West as well as Epi. So, yeah, the smoke is real. Things are serious when the writers, when the people who cover the team put in a prediction, right? Now, real quick, let's see what 247 has cooked up. Because I know things been popping off over there too, right? Now, I like to use 247 for my rankings and stuff. I mean, when I do commitment videos, I always use that site for that stuff. So while that's pulling up, let's go over my latest boom watches. As soon as I can find it here on my OBS. There we are. All right, so my boom watches heading into tomorrow. Of course, edge rusher Epi Satanale, cornerback Aiden West, And, of course, Turbo Rogers, who will be making his decision tomorrow. That's really it for the boom watches. So we'll see what happens. And of course, you could always have, some kids in the 2026 class committing as well soon. But everyone's attention will be towards the class of 2025. Currently, Ohio State sits in third with a 301.94 rating. Right. Now let's go to the trusty old class calculator. All right, so find us on here. There we are. Got to be careful. I don't want to hit Ohio, the other Ohio, school in Athens, right? So let's have a little bit of fun here. Let's put Anthony Turbo Rogers in here. Turbo. Run it back, Turbo. Let's just put Anthony Rogers. There we go. At Carver. At B. Aiden West. There he is. All right. So we add those guys. That'll put us at 304.64, which that'll be right behind Georgia, barring any other moves, in second place. Yeah. We'll move ahead of Alabama for second place. Now, unfortunately, of course, probably gonna lose somebody, gotta lose Naeem, because apparently, he wants to go to play for mid-ass Auburn. The only reason why I'd want to go there if I was him is because it's home. That'd be the only reason why I'd go there. The heck, why isn't it? Oh, that's transfer. Whoopsies. Well, I could just get rid of him. Let's get rid of him here. Oh, whoa, I better watch what I say. I was looking at the transfer. I was like, wait, hey, yo. All right. Naeem offered. Bye-bye. Puts us down to 297. Oh, God. Oh, damn, that's a gut punch. That'll send us all the way down to fourth. Damn. Sound like freaking, where's it, Ron Simmons from WWE? People be like, oh, what about David Sanders? Nah, that ain't gonna happen. No. Unfortunately. But if it did, though, I mean, I'd be happy. Let's see what it would look like if he just pulled an ultimate, swerve and came to Ohio State. That would get us back up to 304. So we'd jump right back into second. And I don't think there's any other guys that we're looking at. So, yeah, that's really all we're watching. It's mainly Turbo, Aiden, Epi, in terms of moving here. And then leaving, it's Naeem. What about TJ Alford? The more I hear and look, the more it sounds like he's staying. Things can always change. So, yeah, that's really it in terms of the latest crystal balls for this class. The only other guys that have received crystal balls lately, well, actually, it's just Darian Smith. And that was at the end of the month on November 30th. But that was just him getting a bump with Auburn. That's it. Yeah. It's been very uneventful, pretty much. Now, I mean, overall, nationally, I mean, every time I look, there's more and more predictions submitted. And God, you see like teams like Florida, they're going nuts. Jeez. They threatened Billy Napier, saying they're going to fire his dumbass, and dude goes on a freaking recruiting banger. Recruiting bender. He's like, all right, watch this then. You gonna fire my ass? Watch this. Huh. That's right, you ain't gonna fire me, stupid. All right, with that being said, let's get to the main part of this video. And that, of course, is the rankings. Right? And the bracket. Can't forget about that freaking bracket. So starting off with the latest rankings. Sorry, Turbo, I had to cover your head. Yeah, way. Ohio State drops to 6. So your top 5: Oregon, Texas, Penn State, Notre Dame, and Georgia. God, man, they be slobbering all over that Georgia Bulldog. You know what? If you know what I'm saying. God, CC bias, ridiculous, man. So yeah, Georgia's 5th. Then you got Ohio State, Tennessee, SMU, Indiana, and Boise. Then 11 through 15, Alabama, Miami, Ole Miss, South Carolina, and Arizona State. Then you got Iowa State, Clemson, BYU, Mizzou, and UNLV. And yeah, we got some new faces. You have Illinois, Syracuse, okay, Colorado, Army, and Memphis. Oh wow, Memphis. Okay, all right. So you look at that, and then you look at the bracket. This is the second to last bracket, guys. The next one we see will be the main thing. It'll be the final one, the official one. So you look at the matchups. Wow. Right off the bat, Ohio State hosting Tennessee at the Shoe. Oh, brother. That would be fun. Right. Winner would face Oregon. How about Arizona State going to Happy Valley to face Penn State? Now, of course, we'll see what happens in the Big Ten title game and the Big 12 title game, too. It's obviously like if Arizona State wins the Big 12 title, they get a bye. Pretty sure, yeah. So that'll be fun to keep an eye on. Because the Power 4 conference champion gets a bye, I believe. So yeah. So we'll see what happens there. They would face Penn State. Then you got Indiana going to Athens to face Georgia. And believe it or not, I like Indiana's chances because watching Georgia against little old Georgia Tech, took them 8 overtimes to beat Georgia Tech. This is an Indiana team that, besides facing us, they would drop 20 plus on anybody else, I feel like. I don't know how they would do in Athens. I mean, they struggled at the Shoe. How the heck are they going to do in Athens? Most likely at night. Be nightmare fuel. And then you would have Alabama somehow slipping in, going to South Bend to face Notre Dame. Oh, brother. Of course. And then the winner of that game would get to SMU. Oh, man. Boise State versus Arizona State or Penn State. Okay. Georgia, Indiana versus Texas. Okay. And then, of course, Ohio State, Tennessee versus Oregon. Right. So, yeah, we'd have some really good matchups. And, of course, the first 2 out, Miami and Ole Miss. Yep. That's tough. Imagine being the Hurricanes, though, right? One of the best seasons you've had in recent memory. You have a Heisman contending quarterback, and you still can't make the damn conference championship. The other freaking Florida team's laughing at your dumbasses, boy. You even got Florida State fans laughing at you, and they won 2 games. Florida fans, they're just laughing at a bank because they're going to a bowl game and they're hot on the recruiting trail right now. They're poaching players from all Florida teams, Florida State and Miami. Damn. They're on a recruiting bender right now. My God. Wow. So yeah, this is going to be a very interesting day coming up with National Signing Day, and then of course we got conference title games coming up this weekend. That'll be fun. So that's all I got, guys. And as always, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, support the channel. And am I going to be streaming any of the conference title games on the main channel? If I was to, it'd be the Big Ten title game, because that has a direct impact on what the Buckeyes will be doing in the first round. So, man, if we have a freaking home playoff game, oh, brother. I'm going to say this. If we have a home playoff game, that freaking place better be unglued. That place better be as hostile as ever. She get another game. I swear to God. If they put us at noon for a playoff game, I'd be like, yep, of course. Of course they do. They wouldn't do that. No, not for Tennessee, Ohio State. Hell no. Hell no. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So, got one more of these things coming up. Now, tomorrow I'm probably going to go live or something on this channel for a little class of 2025 review. See who we got, who we lost, what other chaos happened. So, with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog coming at you on the Bucking Crazy YouTube channel. Go Bucks. OH. I'm out. Bye-bye. Yeah.